Hey everybody, welcome to another Pokemon Crystal Randomizer Cinco Bingo match. Today we have a losers bracket match between Raagentreg and Ralen Tankir. I'm Garfield the Lightning, and today I'm joined by St. Kilda Fan.
Hello. And we should be getting underway any minute now.
Yep, race is off, so just we'll have a look at this. Have a look at this card. We do have a random Pokemon goal in the middle, which is always a little bit scary. But at least you can do breed strats for it, right? Right, guys? Isn't that what everybody wants? I know it's what I want. I want to see the breed strats victory. Hey, it did. I do remember, like in a previous match that Ralen did, that he did do breed strats for the, and it helped him out. So you know, there's precedent there.
I commentated a race earlier in the tournament where someone bred with a Ditto to finish.
Oh well, yeah, that's tricky when you never know whether that's going to pan out for you, but when it works, it
Yes, I don't think they understood before they tried it how much more difficult breeding with Ditto is. But they did it and it worked. I did a practice race the other day where I had to finish by breeding a Meowth.
Wow, okay.
It was the only way to finish the card, and it took me about 2 hours and 25 minutes to finish the card.
Well, we are a long way from having to do that, at least.
We have an Entei, a Vileplume, and a Machoke.
Okay. So, yeah, the Entei is probably the... You could maybe run the other two if they had a really good moveset, but more likely for the Entei to be runnable.
Yeah, I have mained a Machamp once and never again.
Yeah, Machoke is just a little bit low on the stats, and Vileplume is pretty slow with a pretty bad defensive typing, so not ideal.
Entei is a fire type as well.
Oh yes, that's right, we do have that. We do have that goal on there. And Jolteon! Whoa, wow, okay.
And Jolteon.
Interesting.
Two different evolutions, but that's not on the card. There is a goal that can appear on these bingo cards to catch two different evolutions, but that is not on this card, so the runners don't need to catch Vaporeon or Jolteon. Jolteon can be a very good main.
These are some good Pokemon in the first route. This might be the place to find a main.
Crobat again, very high speed stat, same as Jolteon, which is a really good advantage in these races. Vaporeon, really high physical defense stat.
The biggest stat for Vaporeon is its HP. That's the big one.
Ah, that's what it is. Okay, so yeah, it's very bulky. Vaporeon has a really high HP stat, Jolteon is speed, Flareon is attack, Espeon is special attack, and Umbreon is special defense.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Entei does not look particularly runnable right now. It only has normal moves. That's not what you want. You gotta find something with better coverage than that.
And Entei is not one of the best legendaries to run in this game. Zapdos, Ho-Oh, Mewtwo, and Moltres are generally considered the runnable ones. Maybe Raikou.
Yeah, Entei is okay. It's just doesn't have the its attack stat doesn't match its attacking type, unfortunately. So that's where it's a little bit weaker. But you know, it's still a legendary with solid stats, good attack. It's still got a decent special attack stat. It's just kind of like, you know, a more overall balanced Flareon, you could say.
Oh, Vileplume has Hydro Pump.
Wow, okay.
Like that. Oh, and he goes for Double Edge, so...
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't gonna KO with Rapid Spin anyway, so might as well just take the KO there. You don't have to win that fight.
Yeah, you get a free heal if you lose that fight, and you get to carry on regardless. It's sort of a tutorial fight. The other thing about legendary Pokemon is that they gain experience at a slower rate than non-legendary Pokemon.
Yeah, we have it set up so that Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, meaning that the legendary is going, that the Entei is going to gain levels slower as they go through the race, which means that it will be lower leveled later in the game. Which a really good legendary can make up for that with its really good stats, but a mid-tier legendary tends to suffer for it.
I mean, that's kind of true in the regular games, but we do have it like standardized so that every non-legendary has the medium fast experience curve and every legendary has the slow experience curve. But Arcanine with Aeroblast could definitely see that working out. Arcanine's got a really
female Arcanine, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, he does have a slight.
Yeah, female Pokemon have a lower attack DV.
But that's a good set. Ice Punch, Karate, Pot Chop, Aeroblast. You could make that work for sure.
Yeah, the first Crystal Randomizer run I ever did, my main was an Arcanine. It was one of the starters, and it was really good.
It seemed like Ralen's convinced, though. Arcanine doesn't learn moves by... Well, it learns, I think, one move by level up, which is unfortunate. So he might be a little bit unconvinced because the moveset is fine, but like maybe not as high-powered as he would have wanted it. But I think you could make it work. Porygon 2 is a solid Pokemon too.
That is runnable. It is very slow.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited by a lot of these options that we've seen. We've seen like Jolteon, Vaporeon, Arcanine, Porygon 2. Raagentreg doesn't even bother checking the Arcanine.
And I mean, the Arcanine is a fire type again, even if you don't want to main it. Possibly because it was female, they didn't take it. Oh, the P2 has Psychic.
Psychic, Fire Punch, Takedown. Yeah, you could make that work too. Absolutely. Takedown's not the greatest normal move, but just don't miss, I guess.
Yeah, you only need to run Takedown until you beat Bugsy's gym, and then you get the Headbutt TM. Yes, Porygon 2 is a genderless Pokemon, meaning its attack DV could be anywhere, you just can't know it. But yeah, some Pokemon, if they are female, will have a lower attack stat. Like this Arcanine is male, so it should have an attack stat of at least 7. And Raag is not interested. I am surprised by that, because it is a fire type, like if nothing else.
This is a psychic type if he wants to catch this.
Yes, that's true. Xatu, not a runnable Pokemon though. Not a very good Pokemon.
I don't know about that. I think you could. I think you could run Xatu. It's got a pretty good special attack.
Well, maybe Raag's going to prove you right. Let's see. Ralen's called a Chikorita.
Yep, we do have Bayleaf, Croconaw, Quilava on the cards, and it evolves at 16,
yes.
So pretty straight. Pretty nice to be able to do that. This Arcanine just wants to be part of Raagentreg's team, and looks like now he's gonna take a look.
Oh, now, and this one is another female one, so having run away from the male earlier. Ralen runs into a Zapdos.
Hello.
Now, that is a runnable. That is a runnable legendary. Oh.
Yeah, I think maybe Ralen was just trying to grind up his Porygon 2 a bit, but it has Spore as well. Wow, okay. That's really helpful to get you through those problem fights. But it looks like he's just going to get the experience off of it, and it does give him defeat a legendary.
And Raag runs into it as well, and yeah, they're both going to knock that out. Now, I won my last race by maining a Zapdos, and of course, the Zapdos I found had Ice Beam and Zap Cannon. This one, this one we've seen Horn Attack, False Swipe, and Spore, so possibly not the greatest of Zapdoses. Okay, so Ralen entering the first. Oh, Raag entering the first trainer fight. I thought Ralen was on it, but that was a wild Cubone. Both runners entering the first trainer fight here. And we see a Totodile. So this will give Raag Totodile info towards the Croconaw goal. If they need it.
Raagentreg is sticking with the Entei, which I think this is very risky if you only have normal moves on your main. Like, you come up against a ghost or a rock or a steel and you have problems.
Yes, imagine running a legendary Pokemon with only normal moves in a tournament race. Who would do that?
Does it?
I did that.
You did that, okay. Did you win that race?
I did. I won that race by maining an all-physical Mewtwo with 0 attack DB.
Oh, that was the Mewtwo one, okay.
It was the worst Mewtwo, but it was a Mewtwo, and it got the job done. I got fly in about an hour and 20 minutes, but my cleanup was very quick.
Yeah, sounds like you won in spite of your main, not because of it.
It got there in the end. I think it had false swipe like the entire time, or it had something.
What is this? So this is just the hallmark.
It had something that meant that catching things was really, really easy, so my cleanup was really fast. I think maybe I just had like a Super Fang TM or a false swipe TM. I forget. It was days ago. Ralen's run into a Gyarados here. Still seemingly looking for potential main, as Rug is entering the ruins of Alf and grabbing some items from the hidden chamber.
You do need to open 2 hidden chambers for that corner goal. And this
that's
is
true.
an easy one to get.
Oh, and there's the Mystic Water.
There you go.
So, there is a set NPC in the game who will give you Mystic Water that is not randomized in bingo races, but you do need to have Surf to be able to speak to them. So normally that goal is completed later on. Running into it earlier just saves a little bit of time, but it's not a big deal that Ralen doesn't know that's there. They might waste a bit of time checking some item slots since they've seen it marked early, but the level 9's a Spearow, isn't that vanilla?
I think it might be.
It feels very vanilla, a Spearow in the Faulkner's gym.
Triple Kick only hitting twice there, which saved Porygon. I think that third one would have taken it out, so... Good stuff there. Triple Kick's a weird move. It's like 90% accurate, but like on each of its hits, so it can just stop after 1 or 2. Very strange move.
I think that's how most of the multi-hit moves work in this game.
The other ones just hit 2 to 5 times, and it can't like get aborted midway through, which is kind of what can happen with Triple Kick. But yeah, we see the counter from Electrode.
Okay, Rag gets a crit double edge and knocks it out, so no issues there. Defeat 2 Electrodes is not on the card today, so that's unfortunate, since we got one for free. And Dugong is on the card, so you can Evolve Seal into Dugong.
Very late Evo though, very unlikely for that to happen. Yeah, it's like, what was it, like 33 or something? 34, something like that. Yeah, 33, 34. Well,
if you can find a very high leveled seal, if it's in the wild, in the right spot, maybe.
Well, you would have to like, it would pretty much have to be a roamer, or like one of the, or like the Suicune in Tin Tower, or the Ho in Tin Tower, and like you could slap a candy on it. That's pretty much the only way you can make that work.
We see Togetic, but Togetic is not on the card. And both these runners are quite experienced in the community, aren't they?
Well, Ralen, I think Ralen kind of joined after kind of having seen a bunch of the matches last year. But he was in the full item tournament. Was he in the full item tournament as well? I think he was, right? I forget. Raagentreg did pretty well in the full item Rando tournament. I remember that because he made it through to the knockout stage, and I think he got to like the top 8 maybe. So he did pretty well.
Yeah, that's really good.
Wait, hold on. What kind of randomizer Faulkner just gave us Mud Slap. What the heck? Oh my lord. Absolutely scammed.
So Rag, the first one to complete the Faulkner's Gym, just checking the movesets on the Pokemon they've caught.
Yep, we don't have anything particularly close to the 4 non-attacking moves goal. That is in the corner, so it might be an important one.
Generally, the way to complete that goal is to find something that has 3 non-damaging moves and teach it Flash. Which, of course, is not a TM because it's a HM. And both runners are going to pick up the egg here from Professor Elm's aid. And because we have fast egg hatching turned on, they're going to keep the egg in their party and it is going to hatch in any second. Rag's egg is hatching. We find black glasses, that can be another goal on the card, and it's Pinsir, which is the top left corner goal.
Look at that, absolutely free. Very nice.
So both runners just going to get that goal for free and move on, and they're going to know that they're pretty much neck and neck with that marked at the same time.
Yep.
Always nice when the runners get to show one another that they're neck and neck. Keeps the pressure on, in case any of them felt like they got through Faulkner particularly quickly. And chat's asking where was the Mystic Water. Mystic Water was in the escape rope chamber as the Ruins of Alph. So Rag went there early and opened it up with an escape rope, but Ralen has not done that yet. So
Ralen picking up the old rod. He likes his fishing strats. This is what got him the breed strats at in one of his races. He managed to catch 2 Ursaring because it was the common encounter slot while fishing. But speaking of which, we have Teddiursa. Not on the card today, but
speaking of breeding an Ursaring.
Yep, I mean that's how that Teddiursa came to be, I'm sure. So there you go.
And yes, chat points out that complete all 4 Ruins of Alph puzzles is on the card as well. Raagentreg did not do the puzzle in the escape room, but could come back for that later. That is a goal that any runner can do, of course, but it does take a bit of time, and you do need to be post-game with Surf and Strength and a Water Stone to be able to do them all, so... I guess you don't need a Water Stone to do the puzzle, but... Oh, and there's a Mystic Water anyway, so...
Okay.
Ralen, however, I don't think picked that up.
Yeah, not a big deal.
So...
It's a guaranteed item later.
Yes, it is, but it's funny that Ralen's now missed 2 of
them. Yeah.
And Rag will be thinking, Ralen didn't pick up that item.
I mean,
he's 2 and my opponent hasn't marked it.
Yeah, he'll still know roughly where Ralen is because of that Pinsir goal, so he'll just know that Ralen's been skipping a few items. Now here's Fortress. This is the kind of thing that might be a problem for Entei when Raagentreg gets to this point, but not for Porygon 2.
With Fire Punch is not going to have any trouble with it at all. But yeah, Steel-type Pokemon is not on the card, Fortress specifically is not on the card, Electabuzz is not on the card. And Porygon 2 has been Toxic Poisoned. Okay,
that doesn't mean that
Poison Cure Berry. Very handy.
Yeah, that does mean that he's only got 3 berries now. We do have 7 different types of berries on the card, so you'll have to keep that in mind.
Oh yes, that is a good point. I hadn't seen that was on the card. And we see Ditto, but Ditto is not on this card today.
Stab Barrage. Oh boy, Barrage is not a good move.
No, not a remotely good move. You get Natu, which is more psychic type info. And there's a Water Stone to open another hidden chamber.
Really?
So that's quite useful because the runners won't need to get Flash to open the Flash chamber, and they won't need to go into the Goldenrod Mart to buy a Water Stone, which is a little bit out of the way unless you're doing other shopping at the same time.
The way Raagentreg got through that forest was just to switch to his Crobat that has Flamethrower, so that works.
That does indeed do the trick. So Ralen will fight the last trainer in the Slowpoke world and get a free heal.
I feel like Crobat's hardly done any fights, but it's only one level behind Entei at the moment.
That's your difficulty level curve. It would not be too late to just switch to the Crobat if Raagentreg wanted to.
Yeah, you could, I guess, at this point. It's... I mean, I guess you can't really say it's too late if Entei is only one level higher.
Yeah. And Ralen has dealt with the last trainer. They just had a Ledian with Dig. I suppose Ledian with Dig is going to threaten Entei a bit.
Here we go. This is here's the payoff. Here's the payoff. That is an incredible move for Entei. Works off its good attack, 20 PP, 80 power.
Oh, and there's a Ghastly.
Yep, a good thing Raagentreg has more than just normal moves now.
And Alakazam.
Raagentreg, I don't think he wants to use his. Well, I think he might have. I think he might have deposited his berries naturally. So
that's not a bad idea when that's on the card. It'd be very easy to accidentally use them or sell them. Oh, the Ponyta has Charm.
Yeah, no. Paralysis is just very tough to deal with if you don't want to go back to the center. Just because of reasons like this, you don't know what. If you're slower, then you just get open up the potential for all kinds of annoying things to happen to you.
There's Krabby. Now, Krabby is one of the 4 trade Pokemon in the game.
Until Jinx takes Entei out.
So if you have info on Krabby, you can talk to the NPC and find out what he will trade for a Krabby, and catch Krabby and then get a Pokemon that way. Can sometimes be the difference between finishing a card and not.
This Tyranitar, this is something that Porygon 2 can't really touch, and it has Stab Ancient power.
Ooh, Stab
That's
Ancient
scary.
Power
That's going to be scary.
For the Crobat or the Entei.
No, that's scary for pretty much for all of our leads. I mean, Crobat has Karate Chop, so Crobat might be able to take it out.
Yes, Crobat should.
This was the answer all along. But it's only level 11 though.
Pokemon with a Rock type move is on the card.
This is true.
So the T-Tar is useful info. Well, now Ralen's Entei comes into the fold. And it's dead. Okay, Raga's battled the same twin that Ralen did, so No switch in info there.
At least Tyranitar has got the boost hit.
Sometimes runners will fight the right twin and get different Pokemon info from the other player.
Trying to get the burn here, perhaps, just to wear Tyranitar down a bit, but at least Tyranitar's out of Ancient Powers now.
And Ralen's gonna start that fight over again.
Yeah, he might have been out of healing items at that point, I'm not sure.
It's a big part of the skill of these runs is knowing when to save before certain fights. And more importantly, remembering when you've saved and when you haven't, so you know if you can soft reset or not. Without losing a ton of progress.
And he's only level 13, that's a pretty scary level to take Bugsy on.
Chat's asking, yeah, and Marchok. I don't remember what the third one was. Thank you, Garth.
And we're just dodging Sun Spores like crazy, so that's that's one way to do it.
Wow,
Goodness
that's 3
me.
in a row.
He's
That's 4 in a row.
And now he just misses Ancient
And then
Power.
he misses Takedown.
Oh no, here we go. Yeah, this is
He gets the
Takedown.
Ancient
Power gets the
Power
boost.
boost.
It's all going wrong. Ancient Power's going to 2-hit Porygon 2 now after that.
Okay, and Crobat is now paralyzed, outsped, Ancient Power knocks it out. On
Oh
right
dear.
side, so Raga's going to reset. Now, one thing the runners can do in this situation, if they're struggling on Bugsy, is go and fight Rival 2 for experience and then come back.
Well, Fire Punch is just doing nothing, but Tyranitar might be out of Ancient Powers now, so... But
And it has Ice Punch.
He was out of healing again. Okay, Entei, can we take a hit? Can we KO it? Oh, so close.
Double-edged it, literally
Mirror
nothing.
move, double-edged hit. Oh, it's a double KO. That's not going to do it.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, okay.
The Xatu and the Pinsir also not a fan of Ancient Power. Right, the entire team.
Ralen's either going back to buy more healing items or to fight Rival 2.
Or both.
Or both, yeah, who knows. Like, Karate Chop does a little bit, but it's just not really enough from Crobat, and even if Tyranitar runs out...
5-level differential.
Yeah, even if Tyranitar runs out of Ancient Powers, he will still have Ice Punch for the Crobat anyway. But yeah, looks like Ralen just bought a few more healing items. He's going to go straight back in.
Tankir is toxic, so it will go down on the next turn. So yeah, Super Potion here is a good idea. As the Ancient Power comes in.
Oh,
very nearly.
Me. But I'm not going to lie, I did not expect Raagentreg to get through this before Ralen did, but there we go. Now we just have the Power Sex to take care of. If this thing kills us after all that, goodness me. Okay. Metronome Dragon Rage? Okay, well that's one way you can see a banned move in these randomizers. But there we go.
Alright, and Raagentreg, the first to the Hive badge, takes the lead.
And finally we get the burn from Porygon 2. That will help chip down the Tyranitar. This should be fine now.
Yes, not only does it do damage to the Tyranitar, but it also cuts Tyranitar's physical attack in half. Which will mean the Ancient Power is at least doing less damage. Ice Punch will not be affected by that.
Yeah, after the defense kills, looks like Tyranitar's not even bothering with Ancient Power. Oh, he gave us Spore, did Bugsy. That's pretty good. That is pretty solid for those Pokemon that you... those problem Pokemon that you have to take a few hits to get through.
Of course you get a Spore TM when there's no goal for sleep-inducing move on the card. Okay, and Ralen's used the Paralyzed Cure Berry now as well.
I think he had 2 of them.
Okay.
I think I saw 2 of them in his bag, so that's okay.
Now, both runners, of course, took the Entei as their starter, so they'll get the same Pokemon on their arrival, which looks like Slowking, Vileplume, and something else weak to Drillpeck. I just saw it on Rug's screen and I've immediately forgotten what it was. Victory Bell, there you go.
Pretty good for experience.
Ooh, okay, it lives a Fire Punch, but it gets burned, so Victory Bell drops as well. Now Rag doing the Farfetch'd puzzle, getting the Cut TM, and making his way to Goldenrod. Very, very close race so far. Both runners with the same information and at basically the same point in the game.
Wait, there's that to Hydro Pump Shadow Ball. You could have made that work.
I've just realised the T-Tar is also a Dark-type Pokemon, so that was extremely useful info for all the problems that it caused.
Yep, Dark type with a rock move.
Yeah. Did Rag grab the Headbutt TM or skip it?
Nope, he's gone past the Headbutt TM. Which could have been helpful for Entei. Would have been better than Rapid Spin, at least.
Ralen runs into an EV. Rag runs into a Fearow.
But Raagentreg does have Double Edge, which is, you know, and Drill Packets is more like is kind of his more reliable attack kind of option. Toxic actually helped him out a bit in that fight as well, so he probably doesn't really think he needs anything Headbutt for anything in particular.
And both runners catching these Pokemon they've run into. Probably just for the 25 different Pokemon goal. Also hoping they'll have non-damaging moves.
Yep.
And Rag is just given a Natu or a Xatu and the Crobat to
Okay, he's gonna try and get a Zubat out of that.
Okay, speaking of dark types, there's an Umbreon on Ralen's screen. This is impressive from Rag. If this is a Zubat, I will laugh. It's a Pupitar.
It's shiny. It's a shiny Pupitar. Beautiful. Just gotta evolve that into Tyranitar, right? Right, guys? Dear.
How hard could it be?
Hey, it's easier than in the vanilla games. In the randomizer, everything's guaranteed to get to its final stage by level 40. So,
Ralen does
easy,
catch
right?
the Umbreon, so there's a Dark-type Pokemon for Ralen.
Good stuff.
Oh, that was fishing in Ilex Forest.
You know, he loves his fishing, and it's when it works, you know.
And he finds a Leaf Stone. These Evolution Stones are also useful for 25 different owned. You catch something and then use a stone to evolve it, you get 2 Pokemon for 1, basically.
This Pupitar cannot hit Blizzard to save its life, and this Rhydon is just spamming counter, but it finally does use another move, and... he's able to get past it with Fearow, okay.
The Fearow that was still on 1 hit point from when he caught it.
Yeah, these rocks and steels are still pretty tricky for Raagentreg.
Alright, Ralen's also going into the nursery here, going to box heal his main and then grab the odd egg. Deposit a couple of other Pokemon into the box that he doesn't need to hang on to. And checking the movesets on them as he goes. Umbreon with Super Fang could be useful for catching things later.
Has Full Swipe on his Entei still, so he might
well that's true.
So if he's fighting like lower level stuff, that'll be
yeah. Like the difference with False Swipe is if you're a low level Pokemon, it will just do middling damage, whereas Super Fang will do 50% to anything at any level, which is much more consistent for catching things.
Nothing in the nothing particularly helpful in the game corner this time, but it is an easy way to add another one onto your 25 owned if you want to do that.
True. And Ralen runs into a Bellsprout. That is another tradable Pokemon. It's not going to win bug catching, but the runners do not need to win bug catching today.
Okay, yeah, bad moves, good stuff. That's Barrage he's looking at, don't buy that. He's buying Barrage, goodness me. It's not good.
Oh, and there's a Bayleaf.
Okay, well that means he doesn't have to evolve as Chikorita if he catches this. Get Bayleaf, easy.
Rug will see this being marked and might guess that it's in bug catching. There's Gligar, that's not on the card today, I don't think.
Nope. You could just chuck balls.
Did we see what the Kenya was?
Not yet, I don't think.
Spring?
If he checked, I didn't see it. It looks like Ralen's had enough of stuff in the contest, so he's just going to get the TM and get out of here. And it's Dig. nice vanilla TM. Alright, so the Kenya was Meowth. That's not on the card.
Both runners meeting the same trainer here in opposite directions. One on their way up to Squirt Bottle Girl and one on their way down.
Dig will be good for Raagentreg if he gets it, because that will unwall him from those rocks and steels that have caused him grief.
I just think Dig is an excellent move to have on your moveset.
Well, it's a little bit weak. It's only 60 power, and it does take 2 turns, so it's a bit slow. It's something that but it at least always hits, so it's something you can. That's nice to have if you want a little bit of coverage, but it's not something you'd want as your main move.
I find ground coverage to be extremely useful, so I tend to take Dig when I can. If I have a physical main. And
yeah, I mean, if it
room for it on the moveset, I'm always happy to teach.
Yeah, if it fills a hole in your moveset, absolutely.
Ralen's Odd Egg now hatching. Will he get a shiny Pupitar? No. Sorry, I think Rags was shiny?
It was, yeah.
It was, I didn't notice at the time.
I even said it.
I just completely didn't notice.
He even sent it out and it's the shiny animation. But yeah, it was absolutely a shiny Pupitar. It's a 14% chance for that to happen.
Yes, the Odd Egg. I know that the Odd Egg has quite good shiny odds. Because of the unique way this game is coded. But yes, I think I'm just... Even though I've played a lot of Crystal, I'm still not super used to a lot of the sprites for these Pokemon. So, like, I know what Pupitar looks like, and I know what shiny Pupitar looks like, but sometimes the old sprites just look shiny or not, even when they are. Rag consolidating their lead here by not doing anything in bug catching like Ralen did. Getting through Whitney without any problems. P2 now learning jump kick.
Good move.
In case he runs into another Tyranitar.
Yep. That'll do it.
It'll be very handy.
Porygon 2 is not something that you... like in the competitive scene, it's not typically something you see run physical moves, but it actually does have base 80 attack. It's not... It's absolutely a usable stat for it.
I mean, Porygon 2 is not something you see running attacking moves.
This is true. It is more of a...
It is a
bulky kind of Pokemon.
Yeah, it's bulky, setting Trick Room, and stuff like Thunder Wave and speed control and stuff like that.
Okay, so Ragi's doing the contest now, so he may well get Dig here. That's what I'm hoping for, anyway.
Oh,
he also phones into
Bailey.
Okay, well that's good for him. Doesn't have to, and he can just false swipe things and catch them like that. So that's really good.
So he'll mark this goal, and Ralen will know where Raagentreg is, but Ralen won't know if Raagentreg has already done Whitney, which is the case, or has done bug catching first.
Looks like
which is what Ralen did. So
looks like Raagentreg just like yep, this is where the Bayleaf was. Ralen didn't find anything else here, so I'm just gonna get out.
Two runners very, very close right now. They're both heading into the Pseudo-Wudo, except Raagentreg is going to fight the trainers in the National Park. Now this is the row 1, column 3 goal. But interesting to go for it at this time. And the Pseudo-Wudo is a Machoke.
Okay.
And Ralen just runs from it immediately.
Yeah,
That's what I do when a big muscular guy is blocking the road. I run the other way.
That's good advice, yeah.
I'm not going to mess with him.
Yeah, Fort Rangers National Park might not... we don't know if it's going to be required yet, because we don't have Dugong or Seeking information. We don't have... Well, we still don't have Magikarp or Tentacool information, which is pretty scary when we don't have info on that.
It's always nerve-wracking when there is a Pokemon goal in the center square. Because you know that you might be in for a world of pain or a really easy run.
Yeah, we don't actually have a whole lot of info on the stuff here.
I suppose we do have Gyarados info.
Well, okay. I mean, that was... I think that was a wild on Ralen's screen only. I could be wrong, though. I know we have seen it at some point, yeah.
What I'm saying is there's a chance.
There is a chance. I mean, it is in a very important spot, so, you know, if you have to, then you definitely resort to breed strats if you... This Bayleaf has Hypnosis and wait, this Bayleaf has three non-attacking moves. That's pretty good. Maybe Bayleaf will learn another one. It's learning Sing! Oh, it's so easy. It's so easy.
Nicely done, Raagentreg.
There you go. You don't even have to climb Strat Tower for that.
2 sleep-inducing moves.
3 sleep-inducing moves.
3 sleep-inducing moves.
Lovely Kiss, Hypnosis, and Sing.
And yep, that is indeed a shiny Pupitar. Of course, I can remember years ago what's the pre-evolved form of Pupitar? Larvitar.
Huh?
The Larvitar Community Day in Pokemon Go, so I have quite a few shiny Tyranitars in that game now. And welcome to the chat, Trickums. The race is very, very close. Raagentreg has decided to fight all 4 trainers in the national park, whereas Ralen has gone straight ahead to Raagentreg. So, I think we should maybe switch audio to Ralen, actually, because they do have the game progression by making that decision.
Raagentreg could also just be thinking, like, because we don't have a lot of info, this could help him out a little bit with the information deficit.
Yeah, that is definitely the play. Like, getting the extra XP on the Entei Legendary and then also hoping to get extra info from doing this goal. The risk is that you end up not using this goal in your finished path and it takes, you know, quite a few minutes to defeat all 4 trainers, especially since you're not super over-leveled.
Did either of them do Garth Strats? No, because the racers want to win the race.
The Entei was one of the 3 starters. Both runners picked Entei as their starter, but Ralen switched to this Porygon 2. Raag did not. Raag catching an Igglybuff.
Somebody did Garth Strats about 12 hours ago and won the race. Killed it, you didn't. Don't tell me you didn't do Garth Strats.
Alright, you're gonna have to tell me what Garth Strats are.
It's when you do the catching tutorial.
Ah, yes, I did do that, actually.
Oh my goodness.
I forgot that I did that. It didn't give me useful info, though.
Yeah, because it never gives you useful info. It's bad strat. Don't do it ever.
I had completely forgotten that I did that, to be honest. I think I'm just mindful when I do races of giving the commentators stuff to talk about.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, like, if I get info, I'll look it up in the Pokédex immediately so the commentators know where it is.
Look, if you're doing a race and tournament, you don't have an obligation to do things that like be interesting for the poor commentators to discuss. they'll find something to talk about. Goodness me. Alright, let's see if we can identify what these cries are.
Okay, I know these ones. Those were easy. That was Fido, Pawmi, and Smoliv.
These are those Pokemon. You made them up, surely? No, I'm just kidding.
No, those are Gen 9 Pokemon. Fido was only revealed last night, and it's already my favourite thing. My prediction, by the way, is that Fido will evolve into something called Pause Tree. Like pastry.
Oh no.
Pause Tree.
Oh no, don't do that. Oh,
you heard it here first.
Oh my goodness. I hope that's not the case, because that would just be awful.
It'd be awful for you because you're not the one predicting it. If I predict it and I'm right, I'd probably get sued by
this
Game
moment. Or you could just sue them, right? It's like, clearly you took this from me.
I was picturing it spelt with a Y, like pastry, but it could be spelt like that, like Victory Bell.
Here we go. Got a Pokemon on with it's got to get it's a very different reaction from St. Kilda than it does for Trickums. Okay, so now we have Sludge on Entei, so that's another attacking option for us. and it does still poison 30% of the time. But we're gonna get Surf soon anyway, so that's gonna help us more against rock types.
Oh my god, Junko, that is actually
okay, Purebred is actually genius.
Purebred, yeah, I've gotta hand it to you. That is better than my idea. I can't deny. While we're on the subject, we'll talk about when Gen 8 came out and everybody got a Sobble, and when it evolved into Inteleon, they all named it James Pond. But you see, I didn't do that. Because I named mine Austin Showers.
Didn't it? There's not even enough characters to fit that in.
Yeah, I had to, like, drop a letter from Austin. Like, I dropped the I. I made it work.
Did you, though?
Yes, yes it did. I just want to point out the trainer Ralen just fought is named Bad Rom. Boo! That's one of the best trainer names I've seen in randomizers. Although my favorite NPC name, Bourgeoisie Garth. There we go.
I think I saw Bourgeoisie Wario earlier.
My favorite that I've ever seen in one of the runs was Bourgeoisie Hot Dog. I just think that has a ring to it.
I jump kicked Odrio. Nasty.
And thank you, Computer Kid. I've worked very hard on this channel. I've built it from nothing.
Wait a minute.
It's all me.
If this Odrio misses at any point, that would be great, but oh, we actually outspeed, dang, I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, we never actually said what the actual roamers were. The actual roamers were Gyarados and Cubo, and the Suicune was either Kadabra or Alakazam. Like, I'm not really sure how to tell the difference. I think it might have been Alakazam, but we probably won't see it anyway.
The difference is that Alakazam has 2 spoons and Kadabra has 1.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't listen well. I didn't listen closely enough for the reverb coming off the spoons.
Imagine if the Game Boy could do that. Chad asks if Kenya is good. Kenya can be good. The thing is that it's a level 10 Pokemon that you get after you've already done 2 gyms. But it gains experience at a higher rate because it's a traded mon, technically. So main switching to the Kenya is something of a desperation play, but it can and has been done successfully in the past. Today, the Kenya is a Meowth, if I recall correctly. So not useful today.
There was a race I did fairly recently where I could not find anything good, and I just had to force this Rock Slide Dynamic Punch Gengar for a while, and then it just could not get past Psychic Espeon in Whitney's gym. But luckily the Kenya I had was a Tyranitar with Drill Peck, so I was able to force that and main switch to level 10 at that point. Yeah, we all just, in that race we all just picked the wrong starter. It turned out that the Charizard we didn't pick had, like, Fire Punch or something, so, yeah.
I did not see the name of that trainer, but it is entirely possible their name was Mega Uwu. That is entirely within the parameters of trainer names in this randomizer.
Alright, here we go. What's the crab you're gonna give us? The Bayleaf! Okay. Alright, well, can you give us something that we didn't have info on? Goodness me.
Has Ralen actually caught a Krabby or just seen one?
I can't remember.
I think Ralen's just seen one, but Ragnar also picking up the item finder. The thing about the item finder goal is when your opponent marks it, you don't know if they just got to Ecruteak, if they've done everything in Ecruteak and are grabbing it on the way out, or if they've just got Fly and then flown back to Ecruteak to get the item finder.
Yeah, Ralen should know that Raagentreg hasn't gotten Fly yet, just because of the timing of when he marked defeat all 4 trainers in National Park.
And because he hasn't marked the Fly goal.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, that would be the bigger indicator, huh?
Clever!
Well, your Surf Sprite is red if you're male, but blue if you're female, to answer a question, chat.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Oh, that's another easy Pokemon to evolve into, anyway. If you want 25 vein.
Yeah, Kakuna evolves at a very low level. It's quite useful. Oh, the Kenya has Dig.
Ralen did teach that to Kenya.
Ah,
it didn't come. It didn't come with it.
And it looks like Raga's leaving Morty's gym to go and heal. Well, Kenya will be useful here, Blazing Zard, because TM50 is on the card, so they will have to exchange the Kenya for the TM, or equip the male onto another Pokemon and exchange that for TM50. But even if the Kenya was a Pokemon that was on the card, if it was a Magikarp, for example, you could get it, Clever! And then hand it over for TM50, and Magikarp would still be marked as caught in your Pokedex, so you wouldn't lose the goal.
Now, I think Ralen is trying to set up Youth Struggle here, because he does have, I believe, some kind of PP restoring item. So he's it's a little risky to do it here, because you might just not be able to beat the thing you're trying to KO. But he still has a bunch of, you know, moves he can choose from, at least. So he has like Surf, Fire Punch, and Headbutt. So once he gets through those, he'll be able to use Struggle and then store his power points up again.
Yeah, there are 2 main strats for the Use Struggle goal. One is to try and get through this tail end of the game without healing and just run your PP down. The alternative is to go to Blackthorn and use the move deleter to delete all but one move from one of your Pokemon. Ideally leaving it with a move that is just 5 PP.
Or that you've just exhausted the PP on already.
Or one that you've already exhausted the PP of. So that you then can easily use Struggle. But that requires going through Ice Path to get to Blackthorn, so is a little slow.
There we go, there's the Struggle.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh, he's still going for it as well. I thought he had a PP healing item, but it's just going to go through for the swag, I guess.
I often feel that if you're doing a bingo card and you've been going for 2 hours and you haven't finished yet, you should get to mark Use Struggle just for free. Because you have. You have.
This isn't like for IRL stuff.
Ooh, and Ralen is soft resetting there, and
unmark Use Struggle then.
Unmarking Use Struggle. Because they soft reset over it, so they now haven't used Struggle yet. But they'll still be in a position to do it again.
Yeah,
yeah, there it is.
Yeah, maybe. He'll probably just recover. Oh, jeez, this thing is hijacked. Okay, it's not doing very much still, so you can just elixir on this.
Rag might even write that off as a misclick or something, unmarking it for a second there. So Rag getting the fog badge, 59 minutes. Not a great time to be getting the fog badge, but Rag has done several detours.
And don't see a lot, as many goals as this marked off at this point in the game, to be fair. And
yeah.
They don't have the greatest of mains either, so perfectly fine. This is just what happens in some races. Sometimes you get through Chuck in under 50 minutes. Sometimes it takes over an hour. You just depends.
So chat asks how we get a speed tie with Electrode. You are right that Electrode has one of the highest speed stats in the game, probably the highest speed stat in this game actually. But if you have a higher level Pokemon, you can outspeed an Electrode, and also your main is going to have sort of XP points in its speed stat that the NPC's Pokemon isn't going to have. So you can be faster than Electrode, even if you have a Pokemon like Porygon 2 that is quite slow. It's mainly the level difference that does it.
Even so, I think this Porygon 2 probably has a pretty good speed DV because it there was something else it outsped that I wasn't expecting. I think it was like a Dodrio earlier that I thought might outspeed as well. So we'll be able to see what the DVs are at the end of the race.
And yes, this is a good Porygon 2. It has good moves, and it has been used for, the better part of an hour, so it's got a lot of stat XP. And Porygon 2 is a good Pokemon. It has a good, or a decent special attack stat. Now, Rag's about to get heartbroken. It's a Bailey's trade.
Oh dear.
And Ralen's going to mark fly. So now Rag is going to know that Ralen is a gym ahead.
We're still pretty short on info, I think. So what have we got to look up?
I'm...
Okay, let's hop it. We can evolve that into Skip Bloom. That's in Tin Tower and Whirl Islands. Okay.
Oh, Gyarados is everywhere.
He's really looking for the Gyarados, huh? It's in
Blackthorn.
It's in Blackthorn. If it's the common there, maybe. Okay, the Tyranitar we know is a rock move, and that's in Union Cave.
And Mount Silver, but let's not go there.
Yeah, we didn't even comment on Chuck using a Poliwrath, huh? We already had the, Faulkner giving his Mud Slap earlier, and now we have Chuck using a Poliwrath. And we also had TM28 in the God Catching Contest. There's been a few things like that.
Yeah, and the level 9 was a Spearow.
That's right, yeah. Goodness me.
Well, remember guys, in the Pokemon universe, dragons don't look like dragons. They look like asthma inhalers, palm trees, and apples.
Excuse me?
Alright,
we're gonna see if TM34 or 46 is here. We still don't know where that is yet. Okay, looks like Raagentreg does not want to use his... No, well, his Ice Berry doesn't even know, so this is the Burnt Berry that cures freezing, isn't it? So he couldn't cure that, but luckily he defrosted himself.
And yes, Chad is right, that was a reference to Alolan Executor, Duraludon, and Applin.
I thought Duraludon was like supposed to be... I don't know, a skyscraper.
Big Clefairy! Big Cleffa!
Big Cleffa!
Yes, Gigantamax Duraludon is a skyscraper. Regular Duraludon, however, is very clearly an asthma inhaler.
If you say so.
I don't know if that's what it was intended to be, but that's what it is. I've had asthma inhalers that look just like it.
You've had metal asthma inhalers?
No, not metal, but sort of glossy, shiny, grey plastic. The shape is the same. It's got this little red thing on the top of its head. It looks exactly like an asthma inhaler.
Oh, my sister's inhalers don't look like that, but I'll take your word for it. And it's based on the
Bellsprout trade.
Yeah, it's this guy, and he has a Magneton. That's not helpful.
Not helpful today. Magneton can be helpful in bingos.
We really have very little info, huh? So I'm not really. This might be a time to. Well, okay, Ralen doesn't have Dig anymore now that he's given Kenny away, but he does have TM50, which is on the card.
I'm just looking at the goals we can do. I'm assuming we'd find info for 5 different fire types or psychic types.
Yeah, we should have info on that. But yeah, this might be a.
Yes, I don't see any way to complete any bingo without more Pokemon info.
Unless we do breed strats with the Gyarados.
Yeah, breed the Gyarados.
We'd have to do that sooner rather than later.
Breed the Zubat, which Raagentreg is already in the process of doing.
Alright, we do have defeat 7 trainers in 44, and this might give us more information. We have 7 trainers. Surely we get info out of this, right? Right?
I don't remember off the top of my head how many Pokemon are on all these trainers.
Oh, Bellsprout, Tritalin, Rollout, and Ralen said no. I think he was just thinking about the Pokemon with 4 non-attacking moves and just didn't teach Rollout there. So he kind of hung on that. He might be regretting that right now, but we'll see if it learns some non-attacking moves, and that will vindicate.
He could always catch another Bellsprout if he really needed it.
He can do, yeah.
But we do have the Tyranitar info. Rag has noticed the same. Rag has noticed the same thing.
Okay, I was expecting that. Well played, Raagentreg. Goodness me.
Alright, so marking fly an hour and 7 minutes in. But Rowan knows that Rag already did the 4 trainers in National Park, so they won't think that they're too far ahead. I suppose if we want to evolve Jumpluff into Skipworm, then column 5 is doable. And it looks like Rag is heading towards the ruins of Elf Puzzles.
Yeah, since he has. Well, I mean, I guess he can do column 5 at the very least with Hop-Up information. So so I guess, in that sense, this will be on his path to complete all the puzzles.
Raagentreg fighting a Houndoom, so that's more dark type info for him.
Yeah.
Okay, the Hollow puzzle. These puzzles are what really sort the men from the boys in these races.
Bellsprout's just learning attacking moves. It's not helpful.
And Rag has put one piece in the wrong spot here, but I think it's right next to where it's meant to go.
I
think he realizes. Yeah, there we go.
That's the info. Finally, we get something useful. Goodness me.
Ah, yes, that is useful. Yeah, row 5 then is on the cards now for Ralen.
He's actually looking for Ditto. It's in Whirl Island. Drowsy is not available! It's in Mount Silver! Oh my goodness.
Never mind then. Breeding Zubat remains the plan.
Oh lord. Just a glimmer of hope. Well, Raagentreg's opened the second chamber anyway.
And there's another Drowsy, just to rub it in.
Come on! Oh lord, give us something.
Oh, when Ralen handed in the Kenya, I didn't notice that. But
yeah.
Right, getting a little...
Another attacky move on the Bellsprout.
Pieces here. That one in the top left just needs to go down one. Right.
A little surprised Ralen's repelling through here, to be honest, just because we really don't have a lot of information. But,
yeah, the encounter rate in this cave is relatively low. It doesn't cost too much time if you don't repel, and you might get useful info, because there's a lot of Pokemon in here.
I have gotten through this place without getting an encounter repel-less before in a bingo race.
I have seen that happen. I don't know if I saw it happen to you or someone else.
No, I wasn't streaming at the time. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, I guess he taught strengths to Kenya as well. So he has to teach that again.
The thing to note is that you cannot get encounters on the slippery ice parts, so...
Yeah, but it does take up your repel steps, even so.
Yes. Yes, of course it does.
Even though you're not really, like, you know, you're just taking it where you're just going where the ice leads you, you're not really holding a button. Okay, we'll see if we get anything useful in Ice Path. First thing is not useful. There's a TM here. That could be what we're looking for. Of course not.
TM 44. I wonder if we're going to see either runner go into the Rocket Underground for the encounter slots there.
Where did Bellsprout was in the contest? That's where Ralen got it. So if he wants to get that again, he'd have to reset his time. Either that or find one in Mount Mortar somewhere, but probably not as appealing. All right, he's gonna do it. He's gonna look in Blackthorn Water. Here we go. Is Gyarados the common slot? Let's see. Will we see some breed strats?
Has opened 2 hidden chambers now and marked that goal.
Yeah, that was a while ago. He opened the Waterstone chamber. Oh, looks like Gyarados is not the common slot here. Unfortunate. Water slots are broken up into 60%, 30%, and 10%, so... Looks like this jump up is the 30%.
You mean the 60%?
The 60%, yeah, sorry.
My policy when I Sweet Sand in the water is to stay in the water until I have seen 2 different Pokemon at least twice.
Well, he needs two Gyarados though, so he's probably just like, yeah.
But the point is, if you've only seen one thing, like, the thing you're looking for could still be the 30.
Yeah, I think he was just going to consider breed strats if he was able to get 2 Gyarados quickly. Yeah. But yeah, looks like Ralen is going to get the TM in here. It's also not what we're looking for. There's a few places we haven't checked yet that could have the TM we're looking for. We could look in Mahogany Hideouts. It looks like he is going to look in there, and we can find some Pokemon in there too.
There's TM50 from Raagentreg. Chat asks, how do people memorize Dark Cave? Basically practice. And runners don't need to memorize every inch of it, they just need to memorize the optimal path to navigate it. And when you consider the sheer amount of information that you need to learn to, like, play these bingos at all, like, you have to know what 250 different Pokemon are, and, you know, all the different type matchups, and how all the different moves work, and where all the different items are, and, like, so many things that are very difficult to learn if you're starting.
Raagentreg is going to have an egg here.
Well, this makes sense. He did leave those Pokemon there about 45 minutes ago.
Yeah, when you can do it early, then that's like, yeah, you don't really want to do it late for two Pokemon that aren't the same species. That's a bit that's a bit risky to do that, but it's still kind of risky, even with all those steps, to leave them there. But you know, he already had them, I guess, so might as well try.
Okay, Ralen checked the traps, and there was nothing good there. I saw a Swinub and a Grimer. I didn't see what the other one was.
The first one was Xatu, which is he did catch because it's a psychic type. Oh, it's Starmie! Oh, there we go.
Starmie, okay.
It's on the card! Whoa! We're making some progress. Here we go.
Okay, so the two runners between them have got column 2 now. And Ralen will be able to do row 4 with this goal.
How many Pokemon appear in the traps? There's 3 different Pokemon in the traps. So Ralen saw all 3 and went out again. There's a fire type here.
And there's the Zubat for Raag.
Yep, very nice.
Raag now also going to be checking behind the Lake of Rage, looking for TM3446. We know, of course, it isn't here, but they don't know if Ralen's already checked this or not, so they have
he has, yeah.
And there's Cloyster!
Oh, Cloyster and stuff!
and Cloyster!
Okay. Well, I guess he's just going to catch this anyway, because it's here, and it counts towards 25 owned. And he can weaken it.
And because if he leaves it here, then Raag will find it, and...
It's not luck that it wasn't Xatu in chat. If you breed a female member of the Zubat line with a male partner, you will always get a Zubat. It's a female that determines the species.
Shiny Clefairy!
Unless that's not what you're asking with the breeding. Anyway, we're going to see what the TM is in here. 43!
43.
Nope.
So close to 34, but not.
So we still have a few more to check. We haven't checked department store basement, and we haven't checked Burnt Tower, and we haven't checked the lighthouse would be pretty bad because we have to fight trainers to do that. But maybe they'd give us more info. Who knows?
Raag's caught a Nidoqueen.
Ralen does not really have a good candidate at the moment for... Yeah, these are all just like, these all just got too many attacking moves. Okay, well the Starmie has... Hold on, the Starmie has what? I think the Starmie did have 3, right? Because I think Dig was Dig the only... Dig, I think, was the only attacking move. So... That's something. If he might go and get Flash now, because Starmie doesn't really learn. Starmie learns very few moves by level up because it's a Stone Evo, so he might just go at Sprout Tower at this point and get the Flash HM. Well, maybe he'll get more info.
Point in that direction, and it looks like that is exactly what Ralen's going to do. Well, Starmie has a rare candy too. That's always useful. Ralen using a Sacred Ash there to heal everything up.
Yep, does require one of your Pokemon to have fainted, but it does work basically as a Pokemon Center.
And Raga's marked 7 different types of berries after picking up the burnt berry there, so I haven't been keeping count. I'm going to trust that Rag knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I've been watching Rag. He's that is his 7th.
Yes, Ralen has used a few berries to heal Pokemon at various times, so I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get that goal.
He'll be able to get it if he picks that one up and a mystery berry. That will do.
We have Sunflora, we have Raichu.
But I don't actually think Ralen picked up the burnt berry, but I wasn't. Maybe he did and I didn't see it.
I don't think Ralen's even gone near there. Like, Rag picked up...
Well, he has, because he's beaten all 7 trainers on that route.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he has been that way. Okay.
He finds Gyarados immediately. Okay. Alright, so we have a male. Just gotta find a female Gyarados now. Goodness me. But at least we found this first encounter, so, you know, there's a chance. There's a chance.
And Blazing Zard, I don't know what you're talking about. The vanilla game had a trainer named Bourgeoisie Hot Dog. There's a whole moving storyline about them in the anime. It's the whole thing. Alright, so Rag can do row 5 if they get enough fire types or psychic types. Maybe they'll go back and start looking for that Arcanine. Oh, they did catch the Arcanine in the end.
They caught it, yeah.
Yeah, they did catch one.
He did. I think he only has 2 fire types and 1 psychic type at the moment, so he's not particularly close. But you know, it just takes a few fire types for him to run into, and he'll be on track. And we know that the Starmie exists, so that's another psychic type for him if he goes and sees that. Ralen's not having any luck find the Gyarados again at the moment. He's seeing a lot of different things, but no Gyarados again yet. Jumpluff is here too! What the heck? Jumpluff and Gyarados, just friends for life, I guess. Both in Blackthorn and both on the top floor of Sprout Tower as well.
So yeah, Rag will be able to do Column 2. I'm sure that
it's female. There we go. Beautiful. All right, breed strats. Let's go.
I'm sure that Rag will check the electrodes at some point. So yeah, Column 2 and row 5 for Rag and the potential goals. And row 4. So row 4, Column 2, and row 5. So that's 3 bingos. And as I said, Column 5 is potentially doable. If you catch a Tyranitar and catch a Hoppip and evolve it. And we do have Seal info if we want to evolve a Dugong. Beggars can't be choosers.
Oh jeez, if we're... that's going to be really hard though, if we... Yeah, I don't think that's feasible really.
Rag might feel a little frustrated now seeing the Drowsy info turn up after they went to all that trouble for the Zubat egg.
He might, but you know, he doesn't know that the Drowsy info is useless.
Yes, he might also feel like his opponent is going to get that goal at any moment, but
yep.
They're not. That's fine.
He's checking to see how many fire types he has. I think he only has the Entei and the Arcanine at the moment.
Maybe 2, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2.
And Psychic, I think he only has the Xatu.
Starmie is another Psychic type as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Rag is not repelling in Ice Path, it looks like, so...
Alright, so you're gonna get Flash onto Starmie over Dig, and that will be the 4 non-TM, non-attacking moves. What's next for Ralen, though?
There's Moltres.
Well, I guess next for Ralen is making that egg. I love how we're seeing breed strats being used in 2 different ways for both racers.
It's absolutely that type of card. And Raager's called a Moltres, so that is 3 fire types now.
I don't think you used them to check to Bill's Pokemon yet. That could be something.
Oh yeah, you've got to do that. You got to check Bill's Pokemon.
Yeah, especially with 25 owned on the card. I think it's definitely. I know Raagentreg went into the center. I'm not sure if Ralen did in accuracy. He has to do that before Bill goes back to his home in Goldenrod.
Okay, we're buying a few Evo stones.
Yep, we're gonna get the Weeping Bell, I guess, soon, and then we can evolve the Clefairy. Will give us a few more things.
That's Houndoom is for a Slugma.
So Houndoom is a fire type and a dark type for.
And a dark type. That's very nice. So yeah, he's on 4 now. So 15 goals for Raagentreg so far, and not a single bingo for either runner yet.
Oh yeah, that's
Eevee.
Right. Yeah. That's right. Because Ralen has 3 fire types right now, so that will be his 4th if he does that.
There's TM26.
Okay, I don't think we checked the Burnt Owl one yet. I don't remember him checking that, so.
No, we haven't been into Burnt Tower.
But
sorry. Tin Tower. I always get Tin Tower and Burnt Tower mixed up.
That's the only one, though, I think, that we haven't checked besides the Lighthouse, and we don't want to check Lighthouse.
There's... Oh, no. I was going to say you can also do, like, the other gyms for TMs, but those are not randomized.
No.
I was thinking of the 20 plus different TMs goal, but...
Yeah, items that are given to you by people are always the same.
In this version of the randomizer, of course. In key item and full item randomizer, these things are different.
Alright, he's going to check to see these guys. They look so silly. And it's friendly with the other guy.
Oh god, what happened?
That's fine. It's just like Gyarados' neck. Oh my lord, this is a horror scene right there. Goodness me.
Gyarados sprites on the land before. That's great.
Oh goodness me.
And the thing is, that is vanilla. Like, that's not a quirk of the randomizer. Like,
yeah, that's what you will see if you.
That is how the vanilla game operates if you do this.
All right, he's gonna look for Ponyta. That's gonna be. He only needs Ponyta and to evolve his Eevee to get his 5 fire types.
Rag ran into some sort of weird version.
Oh hey, it's Cyndaquil on Raagentreg's side. That will be
like a water type. I'm not sure what was going on there.
Raagentreg has found some fire types really easily. This Cyndaquil will be his 5th.
Yeah, and that will actually give him the first bingo at the hour and 27-minute mark.
Lovely. Oh, I forgot about this TM, yeah, in Slowpoke Well, but I didn't actually see what number it was that you picked up. But
no,
he hasn't marked the goal, so I guess it wasn't 34 or 46.
Okay, the Dragonair trade is for a Pineco. I don't think we even have Dragonair info. But Rag is
yeah, just in case.
No stone unturned.
Yeah. Do not blame him. Alright, so Pony...
At what point, here's the question, at what point do the runners clock reset to Friday to check what the static Lapras is?
Oh my lord. There's no way, there's no way. Okay, he's checking the Tyranitar info. Tyranitar's not on this floor, but Ponyta is. Yeah, I have no idea who's going to win at this point. It's just... We I mean, the Gyarados
has 5 additional goals. Completely.
Having set up the Gyarados breed is really nice for Ralen. Like he can easily do he can easily do both diagonals and row 3 with that But he really wants to get this
TM.
He wants to get TM. That will give him column 3, and that would be nice. Although he hasn't done like national park stuff yet, but these are goals that he can get if he wants to.
So Hop-Hip is just in Burn Tower and Whirl Islands.
Yeah, it's Tin Tower, I believe.
Tin Tower, Tin.
That's a little less accessible.
Yes, yes. Like, I saw the icon and knew it was the hard one to get into.
Yeah, if you have to, you can do that.
He's looking at the seal. It's,
oh my goodness!
Yeah, both sides of Goldenrod.
This is no, that's just too low level. You can't make that work. Ralen finds the Ponyta, so that's going to be his 4th fire type. And then he can evolve Eevee for his 5th.
Rag nearly checked Drowsy, but then realised he didn't need to.
I know he's going to see if the Tyranitar is on this floor. Okay, I guess the Roamer was. I guess the Roamer was Kadabra because Alakazam did not show up on the ground. So I guess that was no, never mind. That was a Suicune, wasn't it? Not a Roamer. I'm talking garbage. Yeah, Tyranitar. Yeah, like we've seen, is in Union. It's right here actually. Look at that.
Ralen finds the T-Tar.
Okay, and it had Ancient Power at level 16, so this is only 4 levels higher. Surely this hasn't forgotten Ancient Power by now, right? Right? Please.
Right? Ralen's gonna have to go to a PC to check, it looks like.
Yeah, I don't know if it learns a move between 16 and 20. If it doesn't, then he doesn't have to check, I guess, but I don't... See, that's the level of minutia that I don't really know. Okay, I've looked it up now. It does not learn a move between 16 and 20, so it will have Ancient Power.
And chat pointing out that they actually want to take as many steps as possible because they're breeding eggs rather than sweet scenting. But sweet scenting, like getting encounters without using sweet scent can be very, very, very slow.
Yeah, especially in caves.
So you're probably better off just playing normally, getting as many steps as you can out of that, and then just biking up and down near the nursery afterwards if necessary.
Yeah, I mean, at least for Ralen, he didn't do all this, all these puzzles and stuff, which does need a lot, which does take a fair few steps. So he has, like, you know, the excuse to do that while waiting for Gyarados to produce an egg.
Yes, the question is, how comfortable is Ralen with these puzzles?
I think he's got the wings on the right and left the wrong way around. I think the bigger ones go on top.
It doesn't quite look right, but
he'll figure it out once he sees them on top of each other, and he'll be able to swap those over. Actually, yeah, okay, now he sees it. Oh, did Raagentreg sell 50?
For breeding, can you give the male to the old woman and the female to the old man? I don't think there's any reason why you can't.
Okay, we're being told in chat that Raagentreg sold TM50, so we've got to unmark that for him. I'll check that again, but I'll unmark it now just so that he knows, I guess. If he didn't sell it, then he can just remark it.
Going to see Bill's Pokemon at last. Now it does say EV, but it's Eradicate. Okay, that can be on the card, but it isn't. We can check the moveset though. It could have a Rock type move. We believe Ralen has already fulfilled that goal, but Raagentreg hasn't yet. And yeah, picking up Doduo. Just more Pokemon for that 25 different doll.
So not sure if Raagentreg, because he sold his Ice Berry too. I don't think he had another one, but maybe he did.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, the Suicune Out Sandstorm. There we go. Very nice.
Did Raagentreg sell TM50?
He did, yeah. That's been unmarked now. I'm not sure if he has 7 berries now as well, but he might have done something else with another Ice Berry he had or something. I don't know.
Radio strats. Raag is now trying to get info from the radio.
Yeah, I don't think Raagentreg has 7 berries now, but I'm not entirely sure. I think I'll say it. I'll tentatively unmark it and say I think you only have 6, but I'll say you can remark it if he's sure he has 7.
Oh, did the radio give us tentacle info? And it's on Route 31? Raag, it won't be in the water if you got it on the radio. Radio is only grass encounters. I believe the radio is just grass encounters, yes, not caves, not surfing. Now, the question is, how many Jinx cries is Raag going to have to listen to before he finds his tentacle?
I unmarked the wrong 7. That's but yeah.
Right, and that is all 4 Ruins of Elf puzzles. And Raag has remarked.
Yeah. Okay. If he's sure, he's sure. That's fine.
Yeah. It'll be easy enough to check if we really need to for anyone. Okay, Raag's finding Gyarados.
He's doing this too. I love it. Double breed strands.
No, I think he's looking for Tentacle, but Gyarados is
Oh, he's
here.
not. Did he? Okay. I guess he did. Did he not catch the Gyarados then? Yeah,
There it is.
I guess it doesn't need to if Tentacle's here.
It's a shame Ralen didn't look for Gyarados here. For it in other places.
Alright, we're gonna see the TM down here. It's 46!
46!
Oh, okay, that's like the well, glad it was here. It was like the last reasonable one he checked, unfortunately, but at least he didn't have to climb Lighthouse or anything. Alright, now does he have the Magikarp egg now?
So Raag has completed TLBR diagonal. Now we want to route for Raag to go to check the electrodes. The Rocket Underground. I also have no idea how close either of them are to 25 different owned. They've both been working hard on that. I'm sure they're both very close if they don't have it yet. And there's the Flareon for Ralen. That'll be his 5th fire type. Ralen did check the Dark Cave TM.
Yeah. Yeah, the only reasonable one to get that hasn't been checked is Lighthouse at this point.
Yeah. And now that Ralen's marked it, Raag knows that it's there. He knows it's there to be found.
Or it could be on a wild Pokemon, I guess, for all he knows. But you would
is,
hope that that's not the case.
That is possible. And it looks like Ralen is going to get their Magikarp egg now. So this race is tightening up. The TM info is quite big, but Rug is heading in the direction of this Cloister Starmie. That will, once he gets to the electrodes, that will give him 4 bingos when he marks that goal. And actually 25 different Pokemon owned, plus the Cloister Starmie will finish Rug. Column 2, row 5, both diagonals, and row 4. Okay, Ralen picking up the Mystery Berry.
Yeah, I can't recall if he got the burnt one or not, but he's gonna have a look, I guess. Okay, he has 7 by the looks of it. Yeah, he got, okay, there was a mint berry. No, never mind. He I think that was 7, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So yes, when Ralen hatches this Magikarp egg, they will have 2 bingos, both diagonals completed. But there's a clear path to finishing for Rag, whereas Ralen still has work to put in. The 4 trainers in the National Park. The drowsing, coughing, or Zubat is a big goal to be missing at this point. And here, Rug's going to find the Starmie. So then they will just need to get to 25 owned and they will be done. Starmie showing Protect. Okay, Ralen involving the Weeping Bell.
Raagentreg only 3 off 25 owned, yeah.
Yeah.
He's close.
He'll catch both of these. Does he already have a Rapidash for the fire types?
He does not have a Rapidash, so he can get that.
And there's Ralen's Magikarp.
Beautiful.
This is going to be a very good time for a very difficult card. And Ra getting the Cloister for good measure.
Yep, that puts him at 24. He just needs to catch anything now. And that'll be it.
He's going for another trap Pokemon. Grimer?
That'll do it.
And yep,
25
that's
owned. And that's it. GG.
GG to Raagentreg. But it does look from the race room like Ralen is going to play this out. So, good sportsmanship there. And seriously good race. Seriously.
It's a tough one, yeah.
That was very entertaining. It's nice to see the runners using some of these more exotic strats that you don't see very often. Like, we saw breeding, we saw radio.
Yeah.
There we go. Just double checking.
Welcome in.
Hey, Raagentreg. Good job.
Radio strats for the win.
Radio. Oh my god, that was
radio strats, breed strats.
All the
Beautiful.
strats.
Just
Oh
you had to reach deep into your bag of tricks this time, didn't you? Goodness me.
I was not coming in. I didn't come in. I came into this thinking, all right, this is an easy loss. Let's just have some fun. And at the start of the race, yeah, it was very much that. I think that's the most cursed Entei I've ever seen. Like,
I was scared for the Entei because it just only had normal moves for a while, and
yeah, God bless Crobat though.
yeah, Crobat really helped out against that fortress, and then you had I wasn't sure how either of you and get past the Tyranitar, but you were able to get through that with the poison, so that helped out. But yeah, scary stuff, and I think everybody really appreciated your thing on stream for is this even randomized, because we'd seen level 9
I have
Spearow.
that one back up. I have that one back.
Level 9 Spearow, Mudslap TM, Chuck with a Poliwrath. Goodness me, just
I only really realized the Chuck Poliwrath in the final slot as well. I only noticed that. I didn't notice the Mudslap TM and the other one.
TM 28 in bug catching, just yeah.
So where was the 34 or 46 in the end?
It was in Burn
Tower.
Tin Tower?
Burn Tower.
Oh, Burn Tower. Oh, behind Strength?
Yeah.
Yes, it was the last reasonable TM that Ralen checked.
Yeah. I think I would have checked that next before the 5th floor of Lighthouse, frankly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
I think he got the rest though, right? Oh no, I didn't get the rocket one, but that one didn't really matter.
He checked all of them besides the Lighthouse one.
Okay.
Imagine
and
if
the waterfall
you caught
ones.
all those Pokemon and then you were at 24 and you found that TM and finished without needing the
That would have been hysterical. But no, I just thought, look, let's not mess about. Let's just grab Swinub or the other one.
Yeah, sorry about the whole 7 berries thing.
Yeah, no, it's fair. No, I was thinking, what's going on here? What's going on? And then I realized I'd actually sold 50 without... Like, I checked beforehand. I was like, right, there's no TMs on this card, right. Let's fire sell them all. And I'm just like, oh, no.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about your berries, because I thought when you sold the Ice Berry, I was like, does he have 7 now? But
yeah, no, that's fair. And I did want to check the... I was like 90% sure I'd done all the trainers on 44, but I was...
I know you done that. That was my mistake. I thought.
That was just a blunder.
I just saw 7. I just saw 7, and I was like, "That's the 7 berries one, right?" But
yeah. And sorry for not putting defeat all trainers sooner. I just simply forgot to mark it. Yeah,
that's all right. It's fine.
Yeah, because that might have misled him a bit, because I went defeat all 4 trainers, then item finder, and I was already past the next badge by the time I got it. So that, I'm sorry about that one. Yeah, that's...
I don't think that really made a difference.
Well, I don't know.
By the way, Rag, you might like to know that even though you did get Drowsy info from the 7 trainers, Drowsy does not exist.
Yeah, Mount Silver only.
Oh, that's better. Oh my god, I was so scared when I saw that Drowsy. I was like, oh no. No.
The breed strat's absolutely huge for you there.
That's the second time I've won with breed strat.
Oh man.
Yeah, the game against Jackstronomy and this one were won basically because of breed strats.
I do like how fast deck hatching makes these weird strats kind of viable.
Mm-hmm.
And, you needed it.
I remember that race with Jackstronomy, actually. I was commentating that, and Jackstronomy was using the radio, but they didn't realise that the radio is only grass encounters. And
right, yeah.
They spent 15 or 20 minutes on the radio trying to get info about anything, and there was nothing existed in the grass anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at this point it's just hoping to luck into either Dugong, Seeking, Flaffy, Skiploom, Mantine, Skarmory, just anything really.
Well, actually Mantine or Skarmory wouldn't
do that.
I really needed the Magikarp or Tentacle to win, because how did Ralen find it?
He bred 2 Gyarados.
Oh, he went for the Gyarados.
Yeah.
Wait, how did he go for the Gyaradoses and not find the Tentacle on the same route?
Because he
caught Gyaradoses in Sprout Tower.
Yeah, while he was going for Flash, he did that. He also looked in Blackthorn, but it wasn't the common slot in Blackthorn Water, so he decided to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Now, if I was Ralen here, I would probably be going for the Hoppip in Tin Tower,
Well, he's just
You
hoping to
might
finish
get
it.
info. Like, you might get info by fighting the elders.
Because
Well,
he's
I
just...
mean, at this point, he knows he hasn't won. He just wants to finish quickly, I think, by
Yeah.
locking into something, which is perfectly fair.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that was... Yeah. Yeah, no, breeding... Yeah, nearly lost to breeding as well, yeah. Yeah, no, it's... Yeah, no, I mean, look, when I was sitting where I was thinking, right, when does Dugong evolve? 34. Never gonna happen. When does
Yeah, much too late.
Hoppip... Where was Hoppip? It was... Oh, it was in
Tower.
really terrible locations.
Tin Tower and
Yeah.
Whirl
Well-
Island.
Whirl Islands.
That's
And then
why I would
Alakazam
be
and
going there.
Tyranitar for my rock move were also
Oh,
in...
you saw it on Alakazam, did you? Okay.
Yeah, I saw it on Alakazam and Tyranitar, so I was like, okay, why not give it a go? And then I remembered Suicune had Sandstorm. I was like, wait, Sandstorm's rock, right? And yeah.
Okay. There you go then.
But yeah, given my position, I was thinking, well, look, I guess radio strats or nothing, really, because I don't think I could have won it any other way, actually, because...
Well,
Not
I'm
having
really glad
Nightmare.
that I'm really glad that someone finished this card in under 2 hours because I do have to be at work in like 8 hours from now.
This was a
So-
bad card combo.
This was tough. Like we just
This-
the info just wasn't there really. But I think I think I don't think everybody would have like thought to have done the things you did. Like remembering the Suicune being in Game Corner, for example, like that as well. That's like just like all the things you pulled from to get you the win. I think was very impressive.
Well, considering I'm badly out of practice, I'm glad that went well. Yeah, and I felt like a right idiot for going, like, 2 reasons I felt like a right idiot going into, what was the place? Ruins of Alph early. That was it. So what I meant to do, obviously, was go in, do the puzzle, get the hidden room, and then go out, and hopefully find a nice item. Except my full item randomizer brain was on, thinking, ooh, there could be a random TM in here. I was thinking, I've cheesed some early TMs in here, why can't it be here now? And it's like, wait. It took me a while to realise that, and that I'd forgotten to do the puzzle in there. That was just... Yeah, no. Yeah, at that point I was...
It gave you Mystic Water, so, worked out, I guess.
But 2 things gave me Mystic Water. The other thing that gave me Mystic Water was just picking up an item
Oh, that's
in...
right, yeah. There was random
Yeah,
one.
it's in Union Cave.
Union Cave, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, Ralen still doesn't have Mystic Water. Like,
Well,
I mean, though,
he
doesn't need it. He doesn't need it.
Yeah, at
If
this
he
point,
fa-
it doesn't.
just needs
It
to
will.
feel skip
It will
back.
help him if he finds Drowsy, Coughing, or Zubat. But if
Yeah.
not, he does not. It's not going to help him.
So what's he got at the moment? He's got 2...
He's got
2?
big
3.
Bingo.
He's got 3. He's got
He's got
3.
both diagonals and column 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So he
So
needs
he-
Fluffy Skiploom, Drowsy Coughing, and Dugong Seeking. Just literally any of those 3 would do it.
Yeah. One of those.
And I'm
or
guessing-
Mantine Scarmory.
Mantine Skarmory and wait a bit for 25, yeah.
He's got quite a few, but he's probably fairly close to 25.
I'm sure he's
Yeah.
close to 25. This was a long one.
Yeah, you've both been catching a lot of Pokemon.
Also, can we just talk about the fire path? Can we just talk about that for a moment?
Yeah, that was real
Fire
nice.
path?
You had like you only had the 2 Pokemon in there, and then Moltres, Houndoom, Cyndaquil, nice and easy.
Yeah. I mean, there was Magmar on Bill, so at least there was that. But going into Ice Path, I was thinking, right, I want to get 3 pokes per floor. I want to see 3 pokes per floor. Something like that, because we had absolutely no info. So I was thinking 3 pokes per floor, no more, no less. And then the first floor was Moltres, Houndoom, and Rhydon. I was like, well, okay, roll, that's 2 of my 5. And, 4 of my 5. And then Cyndaquil, I was like, yeah, okay, I don't need to look anymore. Well, sort of. So where was Zubat normally then? Because I actually have info on that.
Yeah,
now.
good question. I guess
Zubat. Please tell me it's nowhere to be seen, because that would be extra hilarious. No, it was in Ice Path. Wait, no, that's... Is that Ice Path?
I can't. It's not on the
The
screen.
one that's like slightly diagonal from Blackthorn. Is
That is Ice Path. Yeah.
That is Ice Path, yeah. Okay, so that's Ice Path. It was on Ice Path and... Tin Tower!
Oh
Yay!
boy.
Oh my god, this It gets worse. It just
Lovely.
gets worse. The siege just gets worse and worse and worse the more we look at it. I mean,
Well, the thing is that, like, it doesn't take that long to fight the Elders and get into Tin Tower, and if you need info, like, there's 6 Pokemon there.
yeah.
So, you know, like, that's
Well,
what
there's
I
6
think
Pokemon, and
Ralen
then there's
should
the
be
entire
doing
tower,
right
I
now.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. What did he find Zubat?
I haven't seen it on his screen yet. We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, well,
if
he just needs to grab Mystic Water, and then that's it.
Oh, he finds coughing in Mount Mortar basement in the water.
Mount Mortar basement. Wow.
There it is. Okay, so now he just has to get Mystic Water and that'll be it. Good stuff.
Oh man, what
That's
a
tough though, and
cursed
it's 20. It'll be 21 goals for him as well to finish. So that's rough. That's rough.
Yeah, there's a few wasted goals.
He has
there,
26
but
owned as well. Goodness me.
he wasted used.
So he actually already has it. He doesn't even need Mystic Water now because he has 26 owned. But I don't think he's checked. But I don't think he's realised that he already has that. But
we'll let him.
not a big deal. Mystic Water
Yeah.
is very quick to get.
Yeah.
Well, what a mess that was. And we both just managed to do it in under 2 hours, so that's good.
He gets
When
an
he gets
encounter
an
right before
encounter.
Mystic Water.
Salt
And it's a
into-
dugong!
Are you joking?
It's
Yeah,
not,
he's
no,
joking.
it's
He is
not.
joking.
Okay, please.
Imagine. He's
that'd
catching
be-
it too.
Please.
He's trying to catch this. I think he thinks this might get him to 25.
He's already at 20. This is 27 now. He's
Okay,
already.
he's finished. He finished at 156. Oh my god.
Yeah, he already had 25. He's like he could just like he's right in front of the Mystic Water guy. He's not even gonna pick it up. The disrespect.
Yeah, so
dear.
the 3 Mystic Waters that he has not gotten.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Mystic Water Skip is the new Fly Skip.
Yeah.
Oh, that Porygon.
Yeah,
I
this-
told you
Look at
its speed was
P2.
good. I
That's
told you its speed was
insane.
good. 15 speed.
That is a god tier Porygon 2. Wow.
Oh, we found a
Uh,
Porygon too.
Yeah, his main was P2 with
Yeah, it was pretty
Fire
good.
Blast?
No, not Fire Blast. Fire
Fire
Punch.
Punch?
Fire-
Fire Punch.
Hey, Ralen. GG's.
GG! Well done. I respect you for finishing that. Like, that was a pretty hideous card.
How do you-
And we can't
how-
hear you.
Yeah.
As
We
well.
were
Oh, there we go.
we were joking. What if that Ghastly you encountered at the end had been a dugong?
Anyway,
It
so
would have
how
been.
how do you feel that went for you, Ralen? How did you feel about that race?
I was feeling good until I saw the Tyranitar, and then it went downhill.
Yes, we haven't talked about the Tyranitar yet. It was a massive problem for both of you with Ancient Power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was pretty nasty. I only managed to get through with Toxic and swapping to a Crobat, which had, I think it was Karate Chop, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't even do that much really.
it did enough.
Did like a
'cause
third.
it did a
I mean,
third,
you're-
which is enough.
Your entire team was weak to Ancient Power because you had Entei, Crobat, Xatu, and Pinsir.
That's right, yeah.
But yeah, Ralen,
Yeah,
your moveset looked good, and then like you see Tyranitar, and you like, oh, none of my moves hit this thing. Like Psychic Fire Punch Takedown sounds pretty good until you run into like the one thing that resists
Oh
all
gosh, that's what you had. Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
And then
I
later
I
on-
have had covered
later on-
all Pokemon, literally all, except for a single one.
And that one turned up with Ancient Power of all things.
And then
If
Later on-
I were run low on money and had more potions, even a second super potion, I would have probably gone through the first time. But Fire Punch didn't proc the burn. I didn't
yeah.
have enough heal, and yeah. Of course, the moment I go back, buy a few more potions so that I can get through guaranteed, the burn procs on the second hit.
Oh
and
my
I
god.
don't even need another.
Of course, you know.
the irony is that later on the Porygon 2 leveled up and learned Jump Kick.
Did it seriously?
Yeah,
it
would have been
did.
real nice earlier.
I used
So-
it exactly 2 times on Persian, I believe.
That makes sense. What did you start with then?
You both took
I
the Entei.
I took the Entei, but I wasn't really too happy with the moveset, and when I saw Porygon 2 with Psychic Fire Punch takedown, I said, well, this thing is going to work. I just need to
The
get it
Entei
started.
wasn't great at the start. It did learn Drill Peck later.
It landed at 11. It learned Drill Peck at 11, but I struggled and
11 was like in the well for Raagentreg.
yeah. And then
And even that wouldn't have struggled against Tyranitar, so
yeah, I had to use Toxic. I had to use Toxic that it came with. And yeah, the Crobat, which I nearly ran. I nearly ran that Crobat. I was this close when it learned Flamethrower.
I would not have blamed you. Yeah.
I was this close, and then the Cursed Entei adventures continued with getting confused so many times. Sleeping for half a year. In the bug contest. It was a cursed Entei.
P2 wasn't really sleepy. It was staying awake pretty good, and even did dodge a spore, but it got poisoned at every corner.
Oh, jeez.
I spent my poison cure berry early, so that's why I, for the longest time, only had 5 berries.
Mhm.
And yeah, then even got poisoned again in, I believe, the Kimono Girls. Went back to buy 3 antidotes, and yeah, they were all used up before I hit Chuck.
Yeah, I think he used one like just before Chuck and then got poisoned again or something
Yeah.
ridiculous like that. It was
It got poisoned on Chuck again, but at that point I could use something to get out of it. It was just...
Yeah.
But what
That's the
really
problem
broke
that's the problem
my neck
with running
was...
something that's weak to poison moves like Porygon 2 is you're just going to get hit by more of them.
oh dear.
It's like flying types always end up getting paralyzed, you know, it's just part of the game.
Yeah. So what were you saying, Ralen?
Yeah, what broke my neck was the covering Drowsy so bad. I was so happy seeing the Drowsy info, and then nope.
Yeah, what happened? Yeah, I bred a Crobat. The first encounter on the first route, I found a Crobat, and because Entei came with the fastball and false swipe, I was like, hey, I'll take this. And it was female as well, that was the crucial thing. So I caught that, and I think a Xatu came soon after. I can't remember when. It was just,
Yeah, Xatu pretty much right after.
it was sometime after.
I
That was
never saw
really
the
good.
Crobat or even a Golbat. I just didn't see
Yeah.
anything. I couldn't even breed it. That was the most...
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
reckon
Yeah, like we saw you breeding the Gyarados, and but
Yeah.
just
that would have actually got me had I not used radio strats to get the tentacle.
Yeah, Ralen, the sad thing is that if you had looked for Gyarados on Route 31, you might have found the tentacle there.
Yeah.
there's no, you wouldn't, you wouldn't look there when there's better places to look for it. So you know.
I mean, I would have looked there because I went for Blackthorn first because Water Slot might try it, but it wasn't probably the 10th, so gave up on that. I knew it was also in Sprout, and I saw it on 31 first, so I was going up Sprout, see if I can get it easily there while I go for Flash, and if I didn't
you did
get
see it on 31,
both
that's right.
easy there, I would have gone back to 31 to see if it's easy there in the grass, because I knew it was there.
Yeah, fair
But,
enough. I like how Jumpluff was in both of the areas that you look for Gyarados in as well. Just
I thought about breeding Jumpluff too, but with having to breed the Gyarados first, I was not. I was thinking I wouldn't really have the time for that.
yeah, it's like Hop evolves at 18, I think. So that's not.
18, yeah.
So
I was just
it's
looking it up.
it's like a you like can evolve it, but it's Like it's
You'd
probably
have to
it's a little less it's a little trickier than like if it was an Ampharos, because that evolves at 15 instead, so that's a bit easier. But you can make it work if you have to.
Yeah, I also wasn't really too eager to do it because I was already trying to get the Bellsprout up for the 4 non-TM, non-attacking moves. And I thought for a second after I saw a rollout on the first level up, and I said, is this worth resetting? But,
Well, you hang there for a bit, and then it just kept learning attacking moves. It was like, what the heck, dude?
it just needed one, and yeah. I wanted to keep it too for the potential trade, but I think at that point I already checked that.
That was nothing. I don't remember what it was, but it was nothing.
I checked all.
Maybe Slugma. I checked all of them.
I ended up checking all of the trades. I saw the credit first, so
pretty funny, yeah.
immediately checked the Abra trade when I went for stones to evolve the Eevee that I had for Flareon, and grabbed the Moonstone for the Clefairy for the 25 and stuff, and checked the trade there, and checked Bellsprout. And after you finished, I was just randomly going around renting the Dragonair and said, oh, might as well. Called it and went over there, but
I'm looking at the log now. I speculated at one point during the race whether either runner was going to clock reset to Friday to check the static Lapras.
Don't tell me. Oh my.
Would you like to know what you would have gotten if you had done that?
Oh god.
Please.
Go on.
A Lapras.
What? You've got to be kidding me! This is literally vanilla. Oh my goodness! You can't. This is like the.
Can we
fifth
refund
vanilla
this
thing.
seed?
Yeah. Sure,
Seed's broken.
I'll offer it.
You're really offering this, Raagentreg? You
Not seriously anyway, but Jesus.
I would take that even. I am absolutely melting. I am more fluid than any water type Pokemon ever could be, but I would do it again right here, right now.
Oh my god! What
I'm also looking at this. Dugong is in Tin Tower.
Oh,
of course, sure, why not?
Wouldn't
I
really
think
have mattered. Would only
tell
have
from
mattered
this
if it were on
which
the
floor it's on.
I think they're in order.
floor.
Okay, well it's on the first floor of Tin Tower then. Mantine is in Sprout Tower.
seriously? Oh, okay, that would have
Yeah.
been. Was that the
And
rare
so
slot
is
then?
so is Magikarp.
Are you freaking kidding me?
If you had
Wow.
looked on the other floor of Sprout Tower, you would have found a level 6 Magikarp and a level 3 Mantine.
Oh my goodness.
Dex area beep ruined us, I guess.
And Crobat is there as well.
What the heck? This game is mean.
This was. It's certainly the most cursed seed I've ever seen. It's certainly up.
Magikarp was on your...
Zubat is in Tin Tower.
Yep.
Yeah, Magikarp was also on 33 and 45.
Okay.
Stupid thing.
Yeah, where was this
And
tentacle?
I love that the coughing only was where I found it eventually.
Flaffy is in the National Park.
Oh, it's where we
So
found
is,
Bayleaf. Jeez.
Yeah, Sea King is in the ruins of Alf.
Contest, not Bailey was in the
Oh my
contest,
God.
not National Park.
What was I looking at? I was looking up.
I was catching the Chikorita early there on Route 30, intending to evolve it and check for it or use it for non-TM non-attacking if it works. And then there's just the Bayleaf in the contest.
Actually, the Bayleaf that Raagentreg caught actually had 3 non-attacking moves, and learned another one by level up. So that's
That was incredibly lucky.
3 sleep moves, like what on the Bayleaf?
Yeah, it was Bayleaf. It had 3 sleep moves. It was very silly.
I actually caught the Bayleaf but didn't keep it because I had the Bellsprout from the contest.
Right,
And
sure.
I wanted to keep that, so I never saw it on the Bayleaf. That would have made my life easier, but in the end, the Starmie on the traps simply had 3 non-attacking.
Dugong is also in Ice Path.
Oh, it was an ice path, so I might have accidentally found it.
Also, Starmie and Cloyster both on the Electro.
That was hysterical right at the end when I saw the Starmie. I was like, okay, I'm done. Then I saw the Cloyster and it's like, oh, you troll game. As if it hadn't trolled us enough. Just
Cloyster would
both
have been
down
on
there.
42.
And
I don't know.
Skarmory was in Whirl Island.
Of course it was.
Yeah, I don't know, this is one of the most actively spiteful ROMs I've ever seen, I think. There's some ROMs that you're like, oh, well, where's my info? Then it just kind of, this one just kind of teased you, and then also did like all the vanilla stuff as well. It was just like...
Sea King is also in Whirl Island.
Oh my, what? There are no words for this. This one, good lord. Good lord, this one was bad.
But yeah, so Raagentreg, that's you through to losers round 2. It will be a while, I think, before we know your opponent, because I think Urgote and Septros are away, so it'll be a while.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be back, I believe, on like the 25th or something. So it's going to be at least, I say 25th casually. Basically, I'm going away for 2 weeks starting this weekend. So I'm probably not. I'm not going to be able to play for 2 weeks.
That's fine. I think, I think Urgote and Septros are away at the time.
I think Urgote said, Urgote said so.
Because it'll be like the winner of either Toxic or Urgote Septros, whoever loses that winners round match.
Okay.
Skip Bloom is on Route 36.
Just chilling, man. Okay.
Just there, yeah, sure, why not?
So I might have actually. So I might have actually found it. Oh yeah, so Septros is back on the 9th.
Flaffy on Route 39.
Flaffy on 39. So I might have actually radio stratted them if they're not in the water, but we don't know that. Or do we? Were they just in the grass?
I don't know if this... Oh yeah, okay. These are all grass slots, so yeah.
Okay, so I might have found Fluffy.
I think we could probably be here all day being angry at the ROM, but
yeah, we definitely can.
I reckon we should probably... I reckon we should probably, leave SpeedGaming to it at this point. But
I don't know. Having some runner opinions on something not so great can be very entertaining. You never know.
We just want to be mad for a little bit. I don't know. Gilda said he needs to go to work anyway soon, so we should probably at least let him.
Yeah, I need to go to bed on account of the fact that I need to go
so
to work.
So that you can be awake for work. I see.
Understandable.
Yes, it's like 1:15 in the morning here, so I probably should be asleep.
Okay.
But this was fun, and I'm very happy that I was here for it.
This was an interesting one. Yeah.
I cannot agree to that.
Look, it was interesting to watch, even if it was utterly.
What happened to me with a certain Pokemon that we don't talk about? We don't talk about Mew. No.
Oh dear.
After what happened with Mew, then I revel in watching other people suffer in Crystal for my entertainment. It's like, I suffered for everyone else's entertainment. They say it was the best race anyone's ever seen.
Shelter freaking common on 46, and I just ran into the Porygon tree first. Oh wow.
Dang. Oh well. Yeah, we should probably call it there.
Yeah.
Not hold the channel hostage.
GG,
and thanks for the race.
Thanks very much, everybody. Next race we have is at 7 PM Eastern today between Someone and Athena. We've also got one at 8 PM Eastern between Peak Pals and Rathburg today. So look forward to those races. We'll hopefully see you there. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.